first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
Found that you can achieve almost any goal you set for yourself if you simply take it one step at a time.
Because I want you to realize that you can be, and more than likely are, your worst enemy. And you like to pin the fault on everybody outside of yourself as to why you are not making progress. But let me tell you something. The real enemy that's in the way of your progress is yourself.
If you do the thing in spite of being fearful of doing the thing, that is courage. And if you don't do the thing, even though you felt like doing the thing, that is cowardice.
When you feel like giving up, don't. When you thinking about giving up, don't. When it look like you ain't gonna make it, keep going. When they tell you you can't, come on, man, who are they? Don't believe them, man. Don't believe them. You got to be relentless.
Talking to you, you're going through a storm right now. And I want you to know, whatever you're going through right now, if you can just muster up enough strength to hold on and hold out, if you do not quit, if you do not give up, it's coming, baby. You just keep on keeping on. And if you persevere, I'm telling you, trouble don't last always. Every storm that's come, it will pass.
Don't you ever let people place their impossibilities on your life. Sometimes the people closest to you that will support you the least. And it's not because that they don't love you. It's because that they ain't never seen it, done it. They're oblivious to it. Some people are too close to you to see your greatness, so please stop going to what's familiar in the proximity to get validation of your gift. But some of us, we go into the people closest to us expecting them to see it, and they never done it. Stop taking advice on how to be successful from people who have never been successful.
Winning isn't once what I thought it was. I found it to be much more complex than our traditional definitions of success. A lot of people fall to their knees in tears after a big accomplishment, partly due to joy and gratitude, but a lot of what you see is relief and even fear. It's a crucial moment in a person's journey where you need to ask yourself what winning means to you. Otherwise, you get stuck in a hamster wheel, chasing a potentially non-existent result. What I've found is that winning doesn't happen on show day. It happens in the early mornings, painful workouts, long cardio sessions, hungry nights. It happens in those moments of fear we all have when faced with a difficult goal, and then more so, what you make of that fear.
You are going to suffer. It is going to be hard. It is going to take all of your energy. It's going to kick you in the face 1,000 times. You're going to be demoralized. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be angry. You're going to be bitter sometimes. This is why it's so important to build yourself into someone who can execute regardless of what your mood is, regardless of what your circumstances is, because if you can execute when things are f***ed up and everybody else bails and everybody else quits, what kind of advantage does that give you over the long haul? It gives you a tremendous advantage. And if you can become the kind of person that cannot be stopped by outside circumstances or going through a tough time or being in a bad mood or being unmotivated, how can anyone beat that?
You being impatient and taking shortcuts is not going to create the thing you want anyway. Like, what's going to happen? You think there's a shortcut? You think I'm going to tell you some trick? You think I'm going to give you a tidbit that, like, it's just not how it works. Building anything meaningful takes time. So what are you going to do differently?
Life is hard, and some of us made it harder on ourselves. But that is not a reason to quit. That's not a reason to stop trying. That's not a reason to quit reinventing and becoming the best version of you. No, decide today that you're not going to let what is happening or what has happened stop you from being the best you. Don't give up on your family. Don't give up on you. Don't give up on your dreams, and don't give up on your plans. Make the decision. Keep going. It'll be worth it in the end.
There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction. Now, when you're down there in the hole, it looks like failure. And when you're down in the hole, when that moment comes, it's really okay to feel bad for a little while, Give yourself time to mourn what you think you may have lost. But then, here's the key. Learn from every mistake. Don't worry about making mistakes. Mistakes happen to everybody. Everybody makes a mistake. You're not special because you make a mistake. There's no big deal to making a mistake. It's all in the recovery. It's all in the recovery. Most people don't recover from a mistake. If you want to differentiate yourself, get the blessing of the lesson, get up and move on.
Life, we must choose our regrets. In an existence where opportunity cost is baked in, so that means that fundamentally, regrets are an unavoidable part of being a human. But what does it mean that you have to choose your regrets? Well, if regrets are inevitable, an easy way to look at the decision is, rather than which do I want to do, which regret could I live with?
You believe you're worth it. You'll never out-earn your own self-worth. You'll never out-earn your own self-image. And if you don't think you're worth it, no one else is going to think you're worth it. It was the very first decision I made, and when I decided to go all in on me, it's so crazy how everything started to change.
Feeling stuck is a signal that you've stopped growing. That's it. What actually will get you feeling like you're not stuck is having something in the future that you're looking forward to. Learning anything gets you back in touch with a fundamental need. It makes you start to feel like things are moving. And from that place of feeling a little bit more empowered, you'll be able to make better decisions about what big things need to change in your life.
Imagine this. If every single day you wake up a little bit earlier and you start to prime your day, instead of letting your day run you, you run your day. All of a sudden you can walk through your day with ease. You get through the fear and you walk in faith. Your mind is in a position where you're so clear, you have energy, and you can make decisions effectively. All it takes is a simple set of daily habits that you never miss on, and automatically your life gets substantially better. Start today.
If you are insecure, guess what? The rest of the world is too. Do not overestimate the competition and underestimate yourself. You are better than you think.
Like, the outcome ain't that deep to me, right? I'm more so of like the process of self-improvement. At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself the question, what fulfills you? When you put in work, when you prepare, when you give everything you got to something, the process of self-improvement, even if it doesn't go the way you want it to go, you still have something to hang on to, knowing that you put some pride into the process of it.